Okay, the announcement's cut into our video, so we'll just pick it up here. So, describe the correlation value. So, 0.97, our correlation value, remember we have to describe it by strength and by direction. So, the strength is how close it is to 1. So, 0.97 is very close to 1. So, we'd say very strong. And because this is a positive number, we'd say positive correlation. Question 5 says describe the following correlation value, negative 0.03. Well, 0.03 is very close to 0, so I would say very weak, because remember, the closer it is to 0, we can picture that little thing that I said, 0.0, 0.5, 0.9. This is weak, and this is strong. And if it was on the edge, it was very weak or very strong. Very weak, and this is negative, so very weak, negative correlation. The maximum height and speed of various roller coasters in North America are shown in the table below. What is the linear correlation coefficient for this relationship? Remember, correlation coefficient is your R value. So we need to plug this information into our calculator to find the R value. But remember, before I can find the R value, I need to make sure that my stat diagnostics is on. So remember to hit mode and go all the way down to where it says stat diagnostics and click over to on. And now that it's on, we can go to stat, edit, and plug the information into our table. If there's information in the table or somebody's used it before you, go ahead and reset the calculator so that it's set back up and you're not going to get incorrect answers because of what somebody else has done. So now that I have my data in the calculator, I go stat, over to calc, and I choose option 4, which is the linear regression. Hit enter all those times, and then my R value should come up to the bottom here. And we always want our R value as 2 decimal places, so 0.797 is going to round that to 0.80. It's just asking for the correlation coefficient, not to describe it, so that's the only thing you need to write here. The next question says the table below shows the revenue of ticket sales for successive nights. So we have the patrons and revenue. The questions are asking for the linear regression model to the nearest hundredth. Hundredth is 2 decimal places. And then it wants us to predict. Okay, so let's first go ahead and get that linear regression equation or linear regression model. We have to go back to stat and edit. We're going to clear out the information in our table, and we're going to enter in this information from this table. Go over to calc, linear regression, hit enter all the way. And again, we want 2 decimal places, but we can see that it's whole numbers, so it's not really going to matter. Y equals, remember to take the A and the B value and plug it into the equation. 22x plus 0. It wants us to predict the revenue for 115 patrons. Patrons is our X value, so we'll plug this in for X. So Y equals 22 times 115 plus 0. And we get 2530. Now we're talking about revenue. Revenue is money, so you should put a money sign in front of there. And our answer. Okay, so these are your 2 answers for question number